Fast forward, you come our channel so aha AG Politics Avenue. Podcast or training because make headlines na jembre na ADB exmo ni dim ya black simu se na yidi di kanyam. Say obetima subscribe to the channel. Hit notification bell so share na adofo account so ensa entumi nkabi. Eni dim yanko political highways nim. Onua enya asem koto akra $21 million bi atimi ahete eye na Addo. Na amra no ye mampanyin no Independence Day okase nkombe ye na eye Black Star Square onua omu se sika no ewo ho de siesie ho dwumadie no ama so ewo ho a omu ekoye ne Eastern region na me no kase isa eka no esinsem papa ikoma empanyimfo se omu yi nano a onua enye asem koto akra na message wo se yemu nwura nsemfo anim na yenhwe ne yekọ ane de ba aha age politics avenue.
Renovation is too much.
In fact, when you go, to be very frank, I'm trying to recall exactly what I saw when I got there that I think should be worth 21 million.
I was there during the inauguration, during the inauguration of President Mahama. I didn't see any $21 million renovation.
21 million cities.
Cities renovation.
But how are you doing that assessment?
Maybe you're not pursuing house or
so if you tell me that my renovation costing 21 million,
that's an assessment based
I should see something that will say, oh, okay.
That's an assessment based on face value. You are looking at you are looking at that. You see, it is difficult to say that they didn't spend 21 million. If those
let me
come
ask you, you have been at the Independence Square, Blaster Square. Also, my renovation, the 21 million Ghana cedis they are quoting. Did you see anything, evidence say
they spent 21 million? But they did renovation.
Yes.
So which renovation?
The ground.
Which ground?
The ground.
What did they do to the ground?
No, I'm saying that if the question had come up as to exactly what was done with the 21 million, they would have answered and explained what they did that cost 21 million. I'm saying that because it's usually not, I think it's not advisable to judge things based on face value. At least they spend the money. And you see red, gold, and green chairs.
Yes.
So the Public Accounts Committee people, they should call those people who...
and ask them what they spend the 21 million on.
Provide receipts.
I don't think the Public Accounts Committee is supposed to do that.
At least receipts to
that
show
is the
that...
auditor. The auditor will then do an assessment of the receipts that he's seen.
Correct.
Yeah. But receipts can be provided to cover anything.
But if you go to the grounds...
Oh. To paint here. Now, ya paint no. Ya mixi be. We say which mixi painting you to when your color be out.
So to gang in your bag. Is that what?
Oh yeah, you used to spend.
And people took mobilization 8.2 Ghana million cedis to build toilets. I'm told 300 toilets in Kumasi, 200 in Tamale, and some others in some parts of the country. None of them.
300 what?
300 toilets in Kumasi alone.
Which places are they?
Household toilets in Kumasi.
Kumasi.
Household toilets. So they will go into their house and support them in building the toilets. Yeah. Okay. And then they took 8.2 million Ghana cedis.
That one is mobilization.
To move to the ground.
Yeah.
Somebody bomb on their corner.
You know the thing about the Akufo-Addo administration? Their corruption is not in spending on the project. It's in mobilization and clearing of the...
Correct.
So a few things. Design. So I call Afriwa, come and design for me. So by the time Afriwa has taken like 5.2 million for the design alone. Okay. So now we have to do site clearing. Do you understand? Site clearing. That is money. You understand? We will fence the place and make sure the place is clear and ready for this thing. They will pay what they call mobilization.
Yeah.
Mobilization. Mobilization is move to the ground.
To help the contractor move to the ground.
That's mobilization. Or to do some preliminary works. I recall when the Pologu matter came up, I think I spoke to an MVP MP who told me that they did the money was spent on constructing an access route to the sites and mobilization for the area. You see, that was $12 million gone. So if you look at the pattern, the pattern you see with them is that majority of the money is spent on design. Design is the biggest expenditure they make. They have no intention of building the thing. The building there, they won't build.
But they'll give you a nice design.
But
and build
they
you
will
for
design it. They will do ground preparation. Like Jubilee, for example, consider National Cathedral.
National Cathedral, yes.
All the money that was spent, what did it go into?
Designing.
And then
Design.
groundwork.
Ground preparation.
Ground preparation.
No be so.
Yeah.
They spend how much? They not.
58
They said the thing has gone beyond 58 million when the calculations were done. But they spend the money. And sometimes you will struggle to find a prosecutable. How is that the correct word? A prosecutable offense against them, because mobilization is simple. Mobilize to the ground. Would you say the contractor did not mobilize to the ground of the National Cathedral? Don't you see iron rods there? Don't you see sand there? Or some hole not dark in which there's water? So it means that they have dug the hole ready to create the foundation. They can even say that we actually did put up the foundation. The water has swallowed it. In fact, somebody famously even told us that there's a building. You see, because even the people who sometimes are part of the project, they themselves don't know how the money was spent. So now they have to find a justification for what happened to the money. 8.2 million mobilization. And you see, the simple question that you ask yourself is, you are building 300 toilets, right?
That is Ashanti region.
Ashanti alone. Then which other places?
Tamale 200.
200.
And others.
Okay. So let's assume we are building 1,000 toilets. Can 8.2 million build 1,000 toilets?
So are you saying that the 8.2 for
was spent on mobilization
is justified?
And then there's feasibility studies. People, you see, this business is the way the guys were. They were a different crop of people. Feasibility studies. So, for example, they said they are going to build SkyTrain. They said we paid the money to the contractor to do
$2 million Ghana cedis.
$2 million $2 million for feasibility studies. So, what do you want to see?
So what goes into the feasibility?
We study whether or not
when you had the
train can pass. So we have to find somebody who. So a drone will fly over the distance. You see, the feasibility studies.
Drone.
Yeah,
did they rent the drone?
Yes. We have done feasibility studies. That's $2 million.
$2 million.
So imagine if we have tried doing mobilization for SkyTrain. SkyTrain, the one, it will go above the sky. Even the ground is 8.2 million that we can't find. Then the sky. The things that people do.
You want to chop money from Parliament. That two people were saying that they want to build a hospital for Parliament.
Yeah. I think it was mooted.
Is it $20 million or 20 million cedis?
No, was the money spent on feasibility studies?
All those feasibility, mobilization, design.
They always say they are time. Parliament should just accept that the money has been spent.
So go for the government. If they want to steal Ghana's money.
Feasibility studies. Design.
Mobilization.
Ground preparation. Mobilization. They will spend the money. There will be no physical structure. But all of those things. Mobilization is what? Mobilize.
But hospital 20 million cedis. And we mobilization. Now what
do they call it? What do they call the project on the beach road?
Oh, I forgot the name.
The beach road. They have fenced the beach road. No,
mobilization.
That's called ground preparation. Do you know how much it takes to prepare the whole
stretch of the beach front?
You have no idea.
Oh, I've forgotten the name of that project.
They have a name for it. And they have design.
Yeah.
Did you not see the design?
I saw the design.
The designs were on the walls.
Yes.
On the fence. The fence, you can see the
money
design.
spent.
Money has been spent on it. We've designed it already. We prepared the ground. We paid mobilization. We just didn't have the money to give the contractor to start actual works. Money has been spent. So if you want to understand that government, you need to go into mobilization. You see, you must
mobilization, grand preparation.
You see, the people who think they will get the last government and say, we have arrested them, they've stolen money. They do not understand the scheme. And they're shouting, Chiomo, you see, it won't work. You don't get the movement. The movement, you must understand what happened and how it happened. There are people who have taken money and have not done any work for it, but they will justify it. They will explain what happened to the money. You see, and that is, the accounting is
Marine Drive.
And you know what they will say? They will say that the marine drive was supposed to be done in collaboration with the private sector. We're still speaking to our partners.
They didn't get the private sector money.
The contribution of government is the design of the project, the ground preparation, the allocation of land, making sure the land is available for the use, and then perhaps do some preliminary mobilization to the site. And that is what we spent $50 million on. Wait till you go talk. What would you fight for? What would you fight?
Charlie.
The Sky Train, they said they did feasibility studies.
What
do you want to see? Do you want to see Max in the sky? What do you want to see? We've done feasibility studies. What is your issue?
Feasibility studies.
So it's very interesting. In fact, there are some people within the MPP, when they hear some of the people who come and sit on radio and shout, hey, this is not true. Later they will finish the show and be like, so what did they spend the money on? They themselves are trying to figure out how that money was spent. That's the way the government works. The whole government.
No, could the parliament was 20 million Ghana cedis. So any official Ghana mobilization.
Parliament is a separate and distinct institution. Parliament is heavily funded, and Parliament should be in the position to build its own clinic if it needs one. How did the district assemblies common fund end up being the one spending on Parliament's clinic? Is Parliament a district? Is Parliament a district? But you know what? They did feasibility studies, mobilization to the ground, ground preparation, identifying the land, design. All of that we spend the money. There's nothing you can do about it. You see, the thing is that it's a structure. Because in order for somebody to spend like that, somebody has to approve it. And as long as there's approval, the rest of the thing is it will take you hard work to be able to detect whether or not the monies were spent correctly or not. So you cannot do surface analysis if you want to deal with these matters. There is no way you can look shallow analysis and say National Cathedral, they stole money. Where? Who stole the money? For what? You don't see ground? You don't see fence wall? You don't see feasibility studies? They don't show you design. Did they not, what they call it? Were buildings not pulled down? Is it cheap to pull down buildings?
No.
To clear the rubble?
No.
We don't spend money to clear rubble. If you want to get to the bottom of these matters, it is not a matter of shouting, and I wish to go, Yasika, it won't help you. You must get people who understand how these things work and carefully deconstruct exactly what happened and build a case worth pursuing. If not, you will waste your time. You will go to court and shout. See, this NSS matter. How many billions went into that thing? Over 2 billion.
Yeah.
2 billion just. If you go to Gifty or Awari, can you find 2 billion? Even the man who was sitting there, who was the boss, or SCB, does it look like 2 billion? Where would you find 2 billion from him? If you want to do recovery, where would you find 2 billion? No, what you will get, Masasibe does not look like 2 billion. What you will get will not be close to 2 billion. So it means that you have to systematically find out exactly what happened. And that takes work, investigation work.
Yeah.
Even this matter of Polugu that people have been shouting about it so far. What have you done now? What have they done? What kind of investigations have gone into finding out what happened to $12 million?
Still under investigation.
So these things are not done by shouting and saying that Jessica, they built waiting with $12 million. Polugu is worth $12 million. How much is the bridge to my town, the bridge between Sugakope and Sokwe? The one they are building on what they call it, Oti River. How much are they spending on it? Volivo Bridge. How much is it? You build a Polugu Dam, the multi-purpose dam, with what you are thinking for $12 million. That money is gone. It's been swallowed. It's vanished. You can't find a contractor. There's nothing. You see, these things, you must sit down and think about them. And think about them well. Else, they will shout for 4 years. Because the things that the guys did, they were deliberate about it. They planned it. They calculated it. So in order to get them, you must be calculative like them. Shouting will not help you. Person sat down there and said that the minister said they told him that they took the documents to National Archives. National, how old are the documents?
6 years.
What type of documents are we talking about? They have not yet been audited. There's been no proper auditing. No. Yet, an accountant, someone who is running the place, has the guts to look into your face and say that he took the documents to National Archives. I'm sure that person is still sitting in some institution somewhere.
I'm told one is at the Defense Ministry, and one is at the...
They even transferred them to other places.
One is at the Agribusiness, whatever. Trade, Agribusiness and Industry Ministry.
So the person has moved from local government, where he transferred documents to National Archives, to go and transfer new documents from agribusiness and defense to National Archives. So now if you want documents of what happened, you have to go to National Archives and find out this document that we sent there, where did you put it? If the National Archives to say they have archived it, then the matter has been archived. That's the end of the matter. That's the end of the matter. There can be no lazy work done on this issue. If you're doing investigations, they have to be properly done. There can be no lazy work done.
Masena, street for Nibisa questions. That at the end of the day, you hear Public Accounts Committee shouting plenty, but at the end of the day, nothing happens. So,
but they can only recommend. They don't recommend prosecution. Prosecute this person.
So they can only recommend. Okay, when so Attorney General take over this issue. Okay.
Sometimes when they even recommend prosecution, and a person goes to do an assessment, they realize that there's still more work to be done.
Okay.
To be able to build a docket that will survive the what do you call it?
The prosecution.
Any prosecution before any court. You have work to do before you get there. We'll conclude today's show by going to speak to Patrick Asford-Boyd. We have an important guest in town, the successor to Robert Mugabe's throne.
Zimbabwe President
Mnangagwa.
Emerson
Mnangagwa. So, SM, let's get Patrick Asford-Boyd on the line and speak to him. A few of you are sending a few comments on this issue.
Okay, so now we know ABBA, National Association of Air Sachet and Packaged Water Producers. Then they say upward revision of air sachet water prices. Effective Monday, April 6, 2026. And sachet water to sell at 15 cedis per bag
from April, 10 cedis
from April 6.
15 cedis.
10 number one.
Yeah,
so if you price, you know, it differs. Yeah, it be more in brand, but it be more there 10. It be more there crown 10, but yes, it be more 15 cedis per bag from April 6. We National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers. ena womo
10 to 15 cities.
Yes,
so 50% increase in the price of sachet water.
Yes,
overnight. What's their justification?
Yeah, problem na yahwe. And then so your World Autism Day.
Okay.
Yes, and then a 2nd April. Tene a World Autism Day. Ti yenhwe na yenhye so.
Okay.
Nancy we are bad among Mr. Techiado, head of communication about so kind spare parts dealers. Or say menchia on faman. Or say menchia on faman.
Well, this Samuel Kwesiapia, you see what the past government did to Ghanaians, and still they are shouting at the top of their voices: household toilets, PDS, Sky, train, cathedral, and so on. There's the God Papa saying, and this park is not adding any value to accountability. We want it should be scrapped. Saidu Shabo says the park needs Black Maria to be carrying people to Islam every day. That's an interesting one. Berema Kwame Ankoma says they planted the monies on the ground without fertilizers, so it never germinated. $21 million. There's also Saidu Shabo who says, and I think public account committee should start taking people to Islam straight from where they are until the investigations are completed. Then public servants will be steady. Kamala Ganya, so can they retrieve the documents from National Archive? That's a simple thing that I've said. The document is at National Archives, except it has been archived. When it is archived, it's archived though. But let's speak to Patrick Aswad-Wedu. Patrick Aswad-Wedu is our presidential affairs correspondent. Patrick, good morning.
Good morning, Sana.
Patrick is chilling at Peduasi Lodge. What is happening at Peduasi? Hello, Patrick, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Sana.
Yeah, what is happening at Peduasi this morning?
Okay, so
we ensema hodwa itimi course wo channel no so mame na wase so jemre da sene so ba de ne dia dum bi edum yani onia ye besen asia